I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. Joining me now is St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell. Wesley, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
You are challenging Congresswoman Cori Bush in the Democratic primary. Before we get into that race, can you first talk to us about why you were compelled to enter politics?
So my first foray into politics was as a city councilman in a small city you may have heard of, Ferguson, Missouri. I was elected in 2015 in the midst of protest and unrest, and worked with not only our law enforcement partners, but community partners, protesters, to bring community policing, to bring court reforms, and most importantly, get Ferguson off of the front page and off of national news for the negative things. And so I'm proud of that work. It required bringing people together in order to accomplish that. But we were able to do that and continue to do that. And now and after that, I ran for St. Louis County Prosecutor. St. Louis County is the largest county in the state of Missouri. It's a unique place with 88 municipalities, 55 police departments. But we worked together, and that was deliberate. We built the relationship so that we knew that if we were going to move this county forward, it needed to be with all of our partners working together, and that's what we've been able to do. And so I'm really proud of that work, and I think that's the exact same approach we need in D.C., and that's exactly what I intend to bring.
And let's fast forward to today. You were going to run for Senator Josh Hawley's seat, but then you changed course a little bit and switched to Congress. Can you explain that switch for us?
Yeah, it was a culmination of things. I believe that we are not getting the type of representation that folks in this district want and deserve. I think we need a congressperson who is going to be here on the ground, that is going to be transparent, that is going to be visible to constituents right here. And also, we need folks who understand the complexities and nuances of what's going on in what is a very dangerous world right now. When we see wars in Ukraine, when we see terrorist attacks in Israel, I think we need folks who understand the gravity of these situations, representing us on the national level as well. But also, we have issues with increased gun violence and crime right here in this district. And so we have to be able to do two things at once. We have to be able to do three things at once. But that requires folks working together, coming together. And that's the approach that I'm going to bring as the next congressperson.
You just said your district is not getting the representation that people want and deserve. And I'm assuming you're talking about Cori Bush then in that. So how is she not giving the people what they want?
Ironically, as I was getting around the state, in places like Kansas City and even places like D.C., obviously, what I saw and what I've seen on the ground is a lack of presence right here in this district. And one thing that I learned in my first time as an elected official, as a city councilman, is that your platform is driven by your constituents. When I first ran for election, I had what I thought was the best platform ever created, and I got into my first community meeting and literally just tore it up because my constituents told me what their concerns were, and the light switch went off, and I knew that these were the things that I should be fighting for. And so as county prosecutor, I've continued to do that. I've continued to be at community meetings. I've continued to be wherever I'm asked to be, because I think it's important that elected officials show up. That's a big part of this job, showing up and being visible to your constituents, listening to your constituents, and that's exactly what I intend to bring as the next congressperson.